Hello everyone, George here from NC Fishing TV. What I got for you today is a little review, a little product review of the iBobber. This little guy right here. It's a castable Bluetooth fish finder. That's all it is right there. First, let me start off by telling you what you get. You get your iBobber. You get the charging cradle, I guess, so to speak, which comes with a cord that conveniently wraps up around itself. It's like a little stand that it sits on. And then you get a manual. The manual is fairly easy to read. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just read it, go through the steps. It's very easy. You know, first off, you got your iBobber. This is it's castable, so you cast it out in the water, and it tells you the depth, it tells you the temperature, it tells you the contour, like the different depth changes, and tells you if there's a little bit of grass, structure. Not quite for sure how accurate it is on the structure or whatever, but seems to do pretty well. Seems to do all right. On this iBobber, you have two little holes here, two little spots. One of these is to attach your line to, so you can cast it out there, and the other one is that you can use it as an actual bobber. You can cast it out there with another line attached with whatever you want attached to it, a worm, a cricket, a minnow, or whatever, and then you can use it as an actual bobber. Actually, the iBobber has a feature that there's like a fish detection, like it detects when there's a bite, and then you set the hook. I have not personally used it for that yet, but I don't know. I guess it could possibly work. A few things about the iBobber. The charging station is this thing right here on the iBobber. I'm not for sure if you can see that. There's like these little nubs. Okay. And then on the charging station, there's these little grooves right here that these little nubs fit into, and then you press down and turn, and then the iBobber is attached to this. Okay, then you have your standard USB, which you can put into a computer to charge it, or you can use like your standard wall charger. You just plug it in, charge it, forget about it. While it's charging, there will be a light on this ring right here. There's like a light that flashes. Okay, that means it's charging. And then once it's charged, it's one solid color, and that means it's charged. Then you just take it off and take it fishing. I've used it a couple times. I like it. It's pretty cool. So, for what it is, it works all right. I think it's fairly accurate for the temperature of the water, and I think it's fairly accurate for the different depth changes and contour changes. As far as structure, I'm not for sure how accurate it is for that, but it seems to do all right. It has told me that there's been some fish there, and it gives you different colors and shapes and sizes for the fish and the size of the fish. It even gives you the depth, and there's a number next to it. So say the bottom is 10 feet deep, and there's a 7 next to the fish. That means that fish is holding at 7 feet. So yeah, when I took it out, it also has a feature that called a mapping feature, where what you do is if you want to map where you're fishing, the bottom contour, and you can save it. You can cast it out there, push the mapping feature, and once the countdown ends, you slowly reel it in at 2 feet per second, and then once you're done, you push the button, and it gets done mapping. Like I said, it's Bluetooth capable, so it syncs right to your smartphone or to your tablet, and you can view the sonar right on the screen, which is pretty cool. So that being said, in my opinion, for the price, I think I personally got it as a Christmas gift, and I think that they run like around $90 to $100. I mean, for the price, they're a pretty cool, pretty neat thing. Wasn't here till recently that they had come out with a castable sonar. You know, there's different ones out there. There's the deeper, and you know, and there's other ones that the higher end ones. So, but for the price, this is pretty cool gadget. I don't use it as much as I thought I would, but when I get out there with my canoe, you know, I can put it on a rope and let it troll behind me or in the front and just let it, you know, see what's going on underneath me. There's several different features. It also has, you know, it does weather. You know, it does the calendar for like the moon phases and stuff. You can also do like a trip log where you can save all your trips. It'll take your GPS location from where you are, and it'll tell you, you know, certain things. It'll be like the longitude, the latitude, photos if you take any photos, the name of the spot if you want to name the spot, the date, time, everything, which is pretty cool. I mean, you can even save the mapping, you know, for the spot that you're at if you map it. And yeah, so in conclusion, you know, my overall thinking is that this thing's pretty easy. I mean, I cast it out there with a bait caster. I use 50-pound braid just to make sure that it's not going to go nowhere, and I use a good knot, leave a nice long tag end, so I'm sure that it's not going to go nowhere. And we've used it a couple times. My son likes it. My son gets a kick out of it. He likes to watch the screen and watch, you know, if there's any fish or if he hears a, you know, a beep or whatever, because it also has a feature where, you know, just like any other sonar, it can tell you if there's, you know, it beeps when there's a fish underneath, or you can shut that off, that kind of thing. But yeah, so would I recommend it? Absolutely. You know, for a cheap, you know, inexpensive way to have a sonar, and something that, you know, a lot of bank fishermen that aren't necessarily out there, and if they want to find like a drop off, or if they want to find exactly how deep the water is, or even the temperature of the water, sometimes is you know, is a key thing that people like to, or that need and like to hone in on. Yeah, I recommend it. I like it. It's a pretty good deal, and for what you get, it's very user friendly. And as far as the accuracy, I mean, who really knows? Who really knows how any sonar is accurate? I mean, you know, you can get into that expensive stuff, and that's probably super accurate. But for what it is, I like it. You know. So yeah, I mean, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And just, you know, get out there and catch some fish. Thanks, guys.